YouTube channel. I just want to say thank you guys for the awesome feedback that I got from my last video. You guys are the bomb. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And today we're going to be talking about something that's very important, something that a lot of people haven't really sat down and talked about, and I'm just bringing that to you guys today. We can rub minds and talk about it, and let's jump right in. Today's topic is going to be 15 things that I learned as an adult. Being an adult, growing up has been, really challenging, and a whole lot of stuff that I learned from experience and from very good people around me, very good adults that I could count on and ask questions. And, I just felt like sharing this knowledge would help somebody out there who's probably struggling with this whole adulthood thingy. So the first thing that I learned as an adult was I learned that things won't always go as planned. Oftentimes I've realized that sometimes when we plan things, for example, I'm gonna graduate and I'm gonna get a job and I'm gonna get married and stuff like that. Usually doesn't always go as planned. And I'm just here to tell you that it's okay. Even if you've planned things and it doesn't work out like you wanted it to, it's okay if it doesn't work out. Don't beat yourself up over it. Don't kill yourself over it. Don't blame yourself for having failed at something. It's really not worth it, because things always work out in the end. I learned personally that sometimes things don't always go as I've planned, but I've learned to embrace it. I've learned to just accept it. I've learned to move on and think of what the next step is. So don't beat yourself up over it if something happens and you can't really help it. Don't stress yourself over something you have no control about or no control over. Second thing that I learned growing up, or learned as an adult, is not everybody would like you, and that's fine, provided that you don't thrive in an environment that's very toxic. Try as much as possible to get along with everyone. However, it's sad that we have different personalities, and as adults, we won't always get along with everybody. At our places of work, at school, you won't always get along with everybody. So it's okay. Not everybody will like your personality. Not everybody would like the things that you bring to the table. Not everybody wants to listen to what you have to say. But it's okay. I've lived with it. Just like some people won't like you, you have a whole bunch of other people who would ride or die for you, and that's fine. I don't think that anybody should be worried at all if not everybody likes them. Don't be a people pleaser. Don't be somebody who wants to please everybody, because you would eventually end up killing yourself. If the person isn't paying your bills, or if the person is not your boss, or if the person doesn't really impact your life in a forward-moving way or in a positive way, I don't really think that it matters if they don't like it. The third thing that I learned as an adult is I've learned to always have a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, up until Z. I don't limit my options to certain things. If you're somebody who loves to do business, it's okay to try different types of businesses. It's okay to try another career. It's okay to have a plan B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Don't just stick to one plan, because it brings us back to the first point that I made, that not everything will go as planned, which is fine. So if one thing doesn't go as planned, you can always move on to the next plan. Try to build strategies for yourself in such a way that if one plan doesn't work, the other one would end up working out. If the next one doesn't work out, keep trying until something works out for you. Because if you limit your options and you try just one plan, at the end of the day, just messes you up because you get frustrated. You feel like, oh, this thing didn't work out. I don't have any other options. This is my only option. It has to work out. What if it doesn't work out? What are you going to do at the end of the day? So I've learned not to limit my options. I've learned to keep several options open. I also learned that grieving is hard when you're older. Losing a loved one can take a toll on you if you've come of age. I lost my grandma very recently, about 2 months ago, and she was everything to me. I've never not lived with my grandmother. She was like my mother. And when she died, it just took a toll on me. It took a toll on me for a very long time. I think about her every single day. And the reason why that is because I'm older, I understand life, and I know what it means for life to be taken away from someone. I do also know what it means if, someone that you love ceases to exist. For me, it broke me much more than anything else, because I understood. And this was someone I knew. This is someone that shared in my pain. This was someone that was always there for me. So grieving can be quite hard. I know a whole lot of people who have lost people or lost their loved ones. Trust me, I understand. I can totally relate. I know that even though they cannot come back, they lived a good life. And, that's the end of it. They can't come back. God has destined everyone to a certain age, and they have reached theirs, and there's really nothing you can do to change it. The moment that you realize that there's nothing that you can do to change, perception about the whole thing changes. And for you, grieving becomes something that, you can do. You grieve them in your own time, and just try to have them in mind, and keep them in a special place in your heart forever. Point number 5 is, as an adult, I learned that not everything you see on social media is real. Everybody can relate to this, trust me. I do know that some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Social media is not real life. And it sucks to see that people take it much more than they really should. I've seen people on social media live fake lives, and possess things that they don't really own, or try to impress or oppress others. Remember the story of this one couple, and I saw on Instagram, and it was just funny because when I saw that video, it was really captivating. She was talking about how perfect the relationship was. This was a couple that a very close friend of mine knew, and she told me, she was like, look, these people, they have a perfect life on social media, but they're crazy. First of all, they don't have a house that they live in, but they make it look like, they have everything. They make it look like they only wear designer stuff. They make it look like life is perfect. And you, on the other hand, oh my gosh, how I wish my life could just be this perfect. How I wish I could rock designer stuff. How I wish I could do this. How I wish I could do that. How I wish I could be like this person. Don't try to be like somebody you do not know, because you don't know their struggles. You might even be doing better than some of these people that you see on social media. Trust me. Social media has come to destroy this generation. It's come to crush people's mentalities. It has come to ruin people's lives. People have gone above and beyond and have tried to impress other people that don't even really care. Are you the last person on these people's minds before they go to sleep? No. So people don't really care about your life on social media. Like, just live your life and try to see that, I mean, I'm happy for you. I'm happy if you have a perfect life, but my life is my life and yours is yours. I don't want what's yours and you can't have what's mine. Point number 6, do not compare your life goals and ambitions or foresights to anybody else's. Live life at your own pace. Oh, Sade is married and I'm not. What am I going to do? Everybody's on my neck. Sis, calm down. Sade is married. Do you know what Sade is dealing with? Everybody is destined to live life according to the plans of God. Do not compare your race to someone else's. I personally don't care about other people's lives. I focus on mine because your life is yours, like I said. Mine is mine. And nothing you do in your life impacts me directly. So I can't really run my race at your own pace. That's your pace. It's good for you. If you graduated at 15 years old, good for you. If you got married at 21, good for you. They make you better than someone who is probably going to get married at 35. I mean, everybody's married at the end of the day. You have a beautiful career. Some other person is struggling with their business, or you have a business and some other person is struggling with their careers. It makes no difference. Live life at your own pace, guys. Don't look at someone else's life. It really isn't worth it if you look at it. Everybody is destined to their own thing and you are destined to yours. So just live life at your own pace. Live life at your convenience. Make yourself happy and just move on. Number 7. This is very important. And I've seen people on social media struggle. I haven't really had a personal experience with this, but I've seen stories, very depressing stories about things that are going on. And the point is, mental health is real, guys. I've grown up to realize that mental health is real. When I was younger, and I heard about depression, I'm like, depression, what is that? But now that I'm older, and I've been through life, some other people can't really handle the things that you have. Mental health is real. Depression is real. Some people have chemical imbalances. It's just a natural thing. They can't really help it. Some people naturally became depressed from issues that they have no control over, or life's challenges. Mental health is real. Think about the people around you. Try as much as possible to impact people's lives when you can. I did take a class on mental health and it made me understand the in-depth of mental health. It's crazy. So guys, just be sensitive and try to be enlightened about mental health. People are going through these things. People have been in and out of mental institutions. I know of a story of a woman who had it rough with her marriage. Her husband cheated and the woman ran mad. Like she went crazy. Things that other women can really push through and make it out of, she didn't make it out of it. And she carried that up until she was, right now I think she's in her 50s or 60s or something, I don't know. But I remember hearing that story and I was like, that's sad, So guys, mental health is very important. Take care of yours. Don't let things crush you. And if you know someone who is struggling, try to help them get help. Don't ignore their needs. Try to help them get help because mental health is real. The 8th thing that I learned is I've learned that things aren't always as they seem. And I'm going to explain that to you in 1 second. I've realized things aren't always as they seem. You say, oh, this person didn't invite me to this thing, or this person didn't tell me this, or this person didn't, carry me along with this. Sometimes it's really not about you. It's about what that person is going through. Talk to people and find out what exactly is going on, because trust me, when you find out the truth, it's like, wow, I didn't even know. I was mad because so and so. So I've learned to always clear the air with people. Like, look, I'm really unhappy. I don't like what happened. To me, it felt like you did this to me, or I felt this kind of way. And they're like, oh no, it wasn't even like that at all. I'm like, oh wow, I had no idea. So always check with people, because things don't always seem as they look. To you, it's a 6, but to them, it's a 9. So just always make sure that, one, you don't take things personally, and always check with people. If you see that things, look a little misunderstood to you, reach out and ask them, because it really may not be as you think it looks like. Number 9 point, guys, take your health seriously. Take care of yourself. The older you get, the more your health depreciates. There's something that might want to pack up and render you useless. I've seen 30-year-olds with hypertension. I've seen 30-year-olds with all kinds of stuff. Listen to your body. Don't ignore the signs. Your body would always give you a sign. Take care of yourself. Don't ignore the signs. If there's something wrong with you, go to your doctor. Don't ignore the signs. It's better to catch something that's happening to you now than to catch it later. Please take care of yourself. Take care of your health. Health is a wealth. And when there is health, there's life. And when there is life, there's hope. So please, guys, take care of your health. Number 10, guys, is, I understand that someone like me, I hate to be vulnerable. And not like vulnerable, I hate to let my walls down. I hate to let people see me at my lowest moments. I hate to be vulnerable. But guys, it's okay. Sometimes let loose. Sometimes go out with your girlfriends and party. Sometimes do something new. Sometimes go skydiving. Guys, try something new. Make yourself happy. Let your hair down. Do something. Color your hair green. Just do something that is out of the ordinary, because it would help you just kind of like loosen up. When you go out, drink. When you even if you're an occasional drinker, at least drink. Make yourself happy. Don't always be in that corner where everybody's like, I know how she wouldn't even, she's too tight, I beg. Don't even invite her. She's too boring, I beg. That's when we'll go out and she'll be like, I want to start going home. No, don't be that person that everybody's like, I don't want to invite you out because you don't know how to have fun. Try to have fun, because once you're older, you're all, old and gray. You can't really do anything. So try to have fun. Let your hair down every once in a while and make yourself happy. My number 11 point, guys, is leave your emotional baggage in the past. Leave your emotional baggage out the door. Please leave those baggages behind. You cannot survive or thrive in a new relationship or a new marriage or a new friendship still hanging on to the baggage that you've had in the past. Move on from it, because you end up finding yourself judging those people. It's really not their fault that whatever happened to you happened to you. It's really not their fault that you got heartbroken by that girl. What happened has happened. Learn to move on. Learn to seek help if you need help, because I've seen adults who just need help. They need counseling. It's crazy. Trust me. There's people holding on to baggage. There's people holding on to emotional trauma. There's people holding on to things that they cannot move out from, things that typically affect their future. Because if you're so uptight or you keep holding on to baggage, you'll find yourself, one, you wouldn't forgive other people. You see them as, oh, everybody's the same, all men are the same, this one broke my heart, this one will break my heart too. Don't judge people. Give people a chance. Don't always conclude and be like, oh, just because this girl went to talk about me to everybody, the next person, would do the same to you. I'm not going to share my secrets because, I don't trust her. Give her a chance. You don't know her. Just because Abisola did this to someone doesn't necessarily mean that Sade will do that to you. Demola left you doesn't necessarily mean that I'm trying to stay away from the Yoruba demon names like Tunde, Tunji, those kind of names. Just forget it. But my point is, just cause one person did something in your past that really hurt you doesn't necessarily mean that the next person that's coming into your life will do the same to you. So learn to give people a chance. If you need help, seek professional counseling so that you can move on and you can heal from all that emotional baggage. Number 12 point is leading from the number 11 point, which is get to actually know people. When new people come into your life, try to know them for who they are. Don't judge them based off of someone else's encounter with them. For example, if Susan was Sandra's friend, and Sandra came to tell you like, oh, Susan did this, she did that, except Susan killed someone, give Susan a chance. Let Susan prove herself to you. Don't necessarily judge Susan based off of what Sandra told you, because Sandra could have been lying, or she could have a personal problem with Susan and just want to ruin her image. So try to know people. Don't just push them away just because someone told you something terrible about you. So guys, try to get to know people. Don't judge them based off of someone else's encounter. Don't use that as a yardstick to gauge people or to know people. My next point, which is number 13, is build connections. Trust me, guys. I've learned that people who know people actually excel better than people who actually know nobody. Doesn't necessarily mean make friends. It's one thing to encounter the right people. It's another thing to make friends. My point here is build connections, build relationships that would impact your life positively. Get to know people, get to know business owners, get to listen to how they've been successful, get to know successful people. Don't be intimidated by them. Friends with people who would connect you to people that can help you, people that can give you good advice, people that can encourage you, people that can actually lift you up. It's very important, guys. Go out, mingle with people, ask people questions, get to know other people, because you never know who can help you with what. So just try to get to know others, build the right connections, build the right relationships, and you'll see yourself soaring higher. 14, guys. This one I'm guilty of. Or growing into adulthood, I've realized it's not worth it. This one is actually trying so hard not to burn bridges. Try not to burn bridges, guys. It's very important. You never know who can help you. When I was younger, I used to burn bridges. But getting older, I've realized burning bridges is a very bad thing. Don't just withdraw from someone because they did something that really hurt you and you're like, I'm never going to speak to this person again. For your own peace of mind, it's not worth it. Don't burn bridges. You never know who could help you out of situations. You never know who knows who. You never know, don't burn bridges. You just never know. And my final point, guys, it's very important. I feel like every adult needs to have a spiritual life. Have a spiritual life. Whatever religion that you choose or settle for, hold on to. Because sometimes when you're at your lowest, your spirituality does get you out of those lowest moments. I'm a Christian and I do believe in God. And I do go to church. Even though I'm not a frequent church goer, I still understand the impact of my religion on my spirituality. It has helped me over the years. I've been a believer. I do know that, I do understand things from a spiritual perspective. This brings us to the end of 15 things I learned as an adult. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was splendid having you guys walk through this whole thing with me. And I do hope that these points have been very helpful for several people out there who are like me, struggling, or who have struggled like me with adulthood. Feel free to share this video, like, comment, and also subscribe to my channel. See you guys later. Bye. Now you owe me. I'm glad that I'm calming down. Can't let no one come control me. Keep dancing.